Hey, Gunslinger Nation, I'm back with another no nonsense take on the gaming world and entertainment. Today, we're looking at Dragon Age the Veilguard. And let's be real, BioWare just hit rock bottom. With the game flopping this hard, it's just painful to watch. EA is gutting BioWare, laying off staff, shifting focus to Mass Effect. Let's break down what went wrong. Now, reports from That Part Place and Smash JT confirmed that the Veilguard was projected to sell 10 million copies. It barely scraped past the 1.5 million mark. And on top of that, over 30,000 refunds were processed, and GameStop already slashed its price by 65%. That is terrible. That is a straight up catastrophe for BioWare. And this isn't just a one off. This follows a trend of BioWare's misfires. Anthem was supposed to be their big live service game. It crashed and burned so hard EA had to kill the entire roadmap. Mass Effect Andromeda, that game was such a disaster that it put the whole franchise on ice for years. And now the Veilguard continues the trend of BioWare losing touch with what made them legendary in the first place. BioWare was one of the best studios and known for the great RPGs they created. But somewhere they lost their way. So, why did it fail? It pushed identity politics over real RPG storytelling. Fans weren't buying the forced diversity and weak writing. Corinne Busche, the game's director, was more focused on activist messaging than a good story or a good RPG. It abandoned everything that made Dragon Age great, and fans weren't having it. Let's talk about the RPG mechanics or lack thereof. The Veilguard dumbed down the gameplay to cater to a casual audience, completely alienating longtime Dragon Age fans. The tactical combat gone. Deep branching dialogue choices stripped down. What's left is a shallow shell of what Dragon Age used to be. Reviews reflect this. Metacritic users' scores are in the gutter. Steam reviews are flooded with complaints. And social media is filled with a diehard RPG fan saying, this isn't Dragon Age anymore. When your core audience outright rejects your game, you failed. And the biggest failure is when you call your fans bigots and refuse to listen, then wonder why you failed. Maybe you should have listened to what we were telling you. But, like they always say, what goes around comes around. Because now EA is cleaning house. They have gutted BioWare. They're laying off lead writers, designers, devs, left and right. They're throwing what's left of the studio at Mass Effect, which means Dragon Age is dead. But here's the real kicker. The person responsible for this mess just walked away with a new job. And we've seen this play out before. EA has a track record of destroying studios. Visceral Games, gone. Pandemic Studios, gone. Maxis, gone. Once a studio stumbles, EA milks what's left and tosses the rest. And right now, BioWare is looking like their next victim. Bush's quiet escape to Wizard of Coast, instead of facing consequences, Corinne Busche got picked up by Wizard of the Coast to work at Skeleton Key Studios. But that's a whole other mess. Wizard of the Coast has its own history of corporate greed and controversy, and we'll be covering that in another video. So what's the lesson here? Dragon Age the Veilguard failed because it ignored fans, and yet the people responsible are just moving to their next disaster. At this point, BioWare is on borrowed time. If Mass Effect 5 doesn't deliver, it's over. This could be the final nail in the coffin for what was once one of the greatest RPG studios in gaming history. So, what do y'all think? Is BioWare done for good, or can they recover? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. That's it for today, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time, keep gaming strong, and remember to keep your eyes sharp and your aim true. I'll see y'all next time.